Before he had a chance to ask any further questions to System, he heard a shout. What happened here? Nami emerged with clothes she had taken out for Isshiki and was holding her iconic wooden stick. Then she noticed a hole in the boat, and next to that hole, she saw the boy she had saved. She asked, "Oh, so you're awake? Are you the one who did this? You know how much it will cost to get this repaired."
I'm deeply sorry.
In my grief and anger, I couldn't control my strength, so I apologize sincerely. I'll reimburse you tenfold for the damages,
Isshiki said.
Nami's eyes were filled with compassion as she discerned the deep sadness reflected in Ishiki's white eyes. Sensing his anguish, she chose not to delve further into the matter and kindly handed him the clothes, softly stating, "Here, take these clothes and change. You're drenched, and I'll bring you some food." Expressing gratitude with a nod, Isshiki accepted the clothes from Nami and whispered, "Thank you." He retreated to a secluded spot to change into the dry garments. Once he was refreshed, he returned to the deck, where Nami had thoughtfully arranged a modest meal for him. Feeling the pangs of hunger, he savored each bite of the nourishing food, relishing its flavors. After satisfying his appetite, he settled down in silence, lost in his own thoughts. Observing the serene ambience that had settled between them, Nami broke the silence and inquired, her voice gentle. "So, could you share how you found yourself submerged in the water?" Gazing up at the sky, Isshiki took a deep breath before recounting his tragic tale, his voice tinged with sorrow. "I used to be a merchant, sailing the seas. However, fate dealt a cruel hand when our ship met its demise. Amidst the chaos, I lost everything, and the most devastating blow was the merciless murder of my dear mother. As far as I know, I might be the sole survivor from that ill-fated vessel." Nami also tightly clenched her fist, a gesture mirroring her empathy for Isshiki. Just like Nami, Isshiki had also experienced the heart-wrenching loss of his mother. It was her belief that pirates had taken his mother's life, intensifying her sympathy for him even further. With genuine concern, she expressed, "I am truly sorry for your immeasurable loss." Isshiki silently nodded, his expression conveying a mixture of gratitude and grief. However, amidst the silence, a sudden thought struck him, prompting him to break his silence. "Could you kindly enlighten me on our current whereabouts?" Nami promptly responded, her voice carrying a hint of assurance. "We are presently near Shellstown, and it won't be long before we arrive, approximately within the next half hour." Ishiki's astonishment was palpable as he absorbed this information. The realization that his ship was leagues away from this location left him dumbfounded, making it seemingly impossible for him to have drifted here by mere chance. "How on earth did you manage to locate me?" Isshiki inquired, his curiosity piqued. Recalling the event, Nami recounted, "The impact on my boat was so significant that it compelled me to investigate the cause. It was during this search that I stumbled upon you, helplessly adrift on the vast sea. Without hesitation, I swiftly came to your rescue." Seeking clarification, Isshiki pressed on. "Was there perhaps a cliff or a substantial rock that your boat collided with, causing such a jolt?" With unwavering confidence, Nami clarified, "No, there was nothing of the sort. The waters were clear, devoid of any obstacles or obstructions that could account for such a sudden impact on my boat." Isshiki nodded at this and activated his Byakugan. With this, he was able to see everything within a 2 kilometers radius around him, spherically. When he used his Byakugan, he saw a huge sea beast swimming, and he could feel the sadness of the sea beast. Upon seeing this sea beast, a tear couldn't help but fall from his eyes because this sea beast is the same sea beast whom his mother fed every day when she used to come to the shore, waiting for its arrival. "Mother, you are still protecting me even after death," said Isshiki. The sea beast also sensed that it was being watched, so it came to the surface. A sea beast, resembling an elephant, emerged from the surface. Nami, upon seeing such a big sea beast, couldn't help but sit on her deck out of fear. However, she collected her courage, stood up, and held Ishiki's hands, saying, "Run, that's a sea beast. They are very powerful. Don't worry, This is the sea beast who saved me and bumped your boat to signal me for help," said Isshiki. Nami calmed down after hearing Ishiki's words, but she remained vigilant. Isshiki approached the sea beast and said, "I can feel your sadness, but don't worry. Revenge will be taken in due time. I will make sure the culprits live in constant fear, knowing they might be killed next." As Ishiki's voice trailed off, a huge amount of chakra was released from his body. The sheer force and pressure caused the boat to crack, and Nami fell to her knees, exclaiming,
"Ah!"
Hearing Nami's cry, Isshiki swiftly withdrew his power, his expression softening with concern. Rushing to Nami's side, he apologized for losing control of his emotions. "I'm sorry, I let my emotions get the better of me," Isshiki expressed, his voice filled with remorse. "It's all right," Nami assured him, a reassuring smile gracing her lips. After Nami calmed down, Isshiki approached the elephant sea beast again and said, "You can go in peace. I will surely avenge her." In acknowledgement, the elephant sea beast nodded solemnly, its understanding apparent. It then gracefully submerged back into the depths of the ocean. Standing at the ship's edge, Isshiki gazed intently as the elephant sea beast disappeared into the distance, gradually fading from the reach of his Byakugan's range.